What's going on, guys? So in this video, I'll be giving you 6 different tips on how to prepare for the upcoming release of the PS5. So as you probably know by now, the PS5 will be releasing on November 12th, and it'll cost $499 for the regular version. And by regular version, I mean it has a disc drive, and it'll be $399 for the digital version, which obviously does not have a disc drive. Now, I'm sure some of you guys have been lucky enough to snag a pre-order of the PS5 so far. If you haven't, good luck to you. But either way, this video should help you out for when you do get a PS5. Now, before I get into this video, go ahead and make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And if you're interested, go ahead and click the join button down below, and you'll be able to check out my channel memberships. Basically, you can support my channel for as little as 99 cents per month, and you'll also get some perks out of it as well. So for step number 1, you're actually going to want to turn on your PS4 because we're going to be making some settings changes on our PS4. So once you have it booted up, you want to go over to your settings, all the way on the right side. And there's a couple of different things we're going to do here. So basically the purpose of this is we want to make sure we back up all of our PS4 game data. So if you've been following the PS5 news, you'll know that the PS5 is supposed to be about 99% backwards compatible with the PS4 games. I'm not sure what that 1% of games is, but at 99%, I'm going to basically say that everything is backwards compatible. So because of that, we want to make sure that we have all of our PS4 game data saved and backed up so that we can actually use it on the PS5. So there's a few different ways we can do this. What you want to do first is scroll down until you see Applications Saved Data Management. Go ahead and click on that. And as I said, there's a few different ways we can do this. The easiest way, if you have PS Plus, is you can actually upload all your data to the cloud, and it just stores it by itself easily. And once you get your PS5, you can just download that data, super easy. Now, if you don't have PS Plus, you can go ahead and just save it on a USB. So if you go to Save Data in System Storage, you can click Copy to USB Storage Device and copy your data there. But like I said, the easiest way is to do PS Plus. So under Save Data in System Storage, if you click on that, the first one is Upload to Online Storage, and it has a little PS Plus symbol next to it. So you can click on this and select whatever you want to upload to online storage. If there's certain things you don't want to upload for whatever reason, that's fine. You can just not upload those. So as you can see, you can just scroll through your games and upload whatever data you want to. Now, the really easy way is to go back and scroll all the way down to auto upload. And if you click on this, it'll automatically upload all your game data basically as you collect it. So I've been playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 recently, and as you can see, I have 295.5 megabytes of data. And basically every time it resaves, it automatically uploads it to the cloud, and I don't have to worry about anything. So that's what I recommend. That's what's easiest. And to make that even easier, I'm about to give you one more step. So if you back out to settings again, scroll all the way down to Power Save Settings, and then scroll down to Set Features Available in Rest Mode, and click on that. And you want to make sure you have this checkbox right here checked, where it says Stay Connected to Internet. Make sure that's checked, because as you can see, it says while in rest mode, the PS4 can download, update files and content, and also upload saved data, and that's what you want. You want to basically save your game, turn your PS4 off, and then your PS4 automatically uploads the data to the cloud, and you're good to go. So that's my step number 1, and I think that's your biggest step if you want to use your PS4 games on your PS5. Now, step number 2 is actually a critical one as well. I would highly recommend that you go and measure your entertainment center because you might need to upgrade it. The PS5 is a massive console, as you probably heard by now. It comes in at 15.4 inches long. And mind you, I'm listing these references as if I'm laying the console down, not standing it up. But it comes at 15.4 inches long, 10.2 inches deep, and 4.1 inches wide. The depth and the width isn't too bad, but 15 inches long is huge for a game console. And so kind of just as a frame of reference, the Fat PS3, the original one that came out, has a length of 12.8 inches, and that thing is huge. So if you take into account that the PS5 is almost 3 inches longer, you can kind of get an idea of how big this thing is going to be. So I would definitely recommend getting a measuring tape or a ruler or something, and just going over to your entertainment center and making sure it has enough space to fit this PS5. Now, step number 3, I would definitely recommend looking into upgrading your TV. So the PS5 not only supports an 8K picture, but it also supports 120 frames per second in 4K, which is pretty crazy. The PS4 and the Xbox One right now don't support anything close to that. Now, personally, I don't think 8K is worth it quite yet, unless you just have tons of money laying around, because there's really not much 8K content right now. But 4K is definitely worth it. I mean, pretty much all content that comes out now, whether it's TV shows, movies, games, pretty much all of it is in 4K. So I personally have a LG 4K OLED TV that I got a couple of years ago. It's been working great for me. I love it. I definitely wouldn't have gone any other route. And my TV only does 60 frames per second though, so in a few years I might look into upgrading to a 120 frames per second TV, just as we get further into the PS5 life cycle. And I'm sure a few years down the road, there's definitely going to be some games really taking advantage of that 4K picture with 120 frames per second. So I'm sure I want to dive into that at some point. Now, step number 4, I would definitely recommend upgrading your internet if you can. Now, I know this won't be an option for everyone out there. I know I've lived in places in the past where I couldn't upgrade my internet because I only had one provider. But if you do have multiple providers and you're not on the fastest internet right now, I would definitely recommend looking into it. To be honest, even if you're sticking with the PS4 and not upgrading to the PS5 yet, I'd still recommend upgrading your internet to whatever is fastest in your area. Because as you've probably seen by now, game sizes, game updates, and everything are huge nowadays. And if you have slow internet, it'll probably be hours or even days to download everything you need. So I've seen some rumors that the size of the PS5 games may actually be smaller than PS4 games, just because the PS5 is using an SSD for storage, and supposedly developers can optimize their games to load faster with SSD, which results in smaller game sizes. Now, this may be true at first, but I'm not convinced that PS5 games are not going to grow exponentially over time. I mean, if you remember the life cycle of the PS4, some of the first PS4 games that came out were only like 20 gigs or so. But nowadays you got games like Call of Duty Warzone that rolls out a 40 gig update every other week, which is crazy. And if you don't have enough internet speed, it's just going to take you hours or even days to download those updates, which gets pretty ridiculous over time. So basically, regardless, if you have the ability and the money, I would definitely recommend upgrading your internet. So step number 5, sell your PS4. Now this is probably not what you're expecting to hear. Maybe an odd thing to say, but PS4s are actually selling for a decent amount of money right now, and that'll put a lot of money towards your PS5. Now the only reason I'm suggesting to sell your PS4 is because the PS5, like I said earlier, is supposed to be 99% backwards compatible with PS4 games. So basically my take on it is, what's the point in even keeping your PS4 if you can upgrade to the PS5 and play all of your PS4 games on your PS5? If you take a quick look at eBay, you'll see that you can sell your PS4 Pro for like $300, or maybe even more if you have a special edition. So at that point, you'd only have to shell out $200 more for the PS5, or only $100 more if you're going for the digital edition. The one thing I would suggest though is I would suggest to keep all your PS4 controllers, because I've heard that those are supposedly going to work on the PS5, but only for PS4 games. But still, if you're getting rid of your PS4 and you still want to play PS4 games, then definitely keep your PS4 controllers so you can still play PS4 games on your PS5. Now last but not least, we have step number 6. So this step may seem pretty obvious, but I would recommend to save up as much money as possible. So the reason I feel the need to mention this is because it's going to cost you a lot more than $500 to get a PS5. So as you know, the console itself only costs $500, but you got to remember that you're probably going to want to buy at least one extra controller, maybe at least 1 or 2 launch games, and maybe even some of the accessories like the media remote, the charging station, the headset, or even the camera. And once you start adding all these costs together, you end up at like $700 or $800. So that's all I've got for you guys now. Definitely go down in the comments and let me know if you guys have been able to pick up a PS5 pre-order yet. And definitely also let me know if you have any other advice that you want to share about preparing for the launch of the PS5. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. And if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And of course, if you haven't been able to, I hope you guys can pick up a PS4 pre-order for yourself. I know I'm definitely looking forward to it. I picked up one from Walmart when they first released. And yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.